Brother Geick.
I just have a couple things to add. It was, I just want to reiterate what JF said about going down there to build things. I think a lot of us went down with the idea that we were going to be, you know, making a big difference building these things. I got to tell you, they could have done it a lot quicker without us, really. You've got, despite us, yes. There was, Marcelo was a local carpenter, and JF and Sylvie speak some Spanish, and Janet and Eugene spoke some Spanish, but the rest of us really didn't have too much grasp on the language. So for one individual to be directing us in putting a roof on a school and building a community center, it was kind of comical, actually. We bent more nails than he hammered in probably in 6 months. So yeah, it's what JF said is very, very true. It's a vehicle to get you down there, to learn what's going on in the country, to open your eyes and to bring back a story. My background is nursing, and I had the opportunity to work with some local doctors that came into the small village that we were with, and it was very interesting because we got to see, I think, probably 120 school-aged children in 2 days, and you would get I don't know what grade it would be, but you know, a 9-year-old, 10-year-old come down at the clinic to see the doctor. No teacher, no parent, nobody else. They'd sit down with the doctor and they'd explain to the doctor and tell the doctor what was wrong with them. The doctor would write a prescription, the child would leave with drugs. It blew me away. Shortly after that, that 9-year-old would come back with their 4-year-old sibling doing the same thing. And I mean, it got to the point where some of us had some drugs and antibiotics with us. We were giving the doctors the antibiotics because they couldn't afford to get them. It was just really, really amazing to see that kind of thing happen. The other thing that I found really, really interesting, and Jeff alluded to it, and correct me if I'm wrong with numbers here, but I think the CCDA as an organization represents approximately 360,000 peasants. And so they teach these people how to farm, how to have a fish farm, how to raise chickens, agriculture, to be self-sufficient. And the malnutrition is just unbelievable. So they've not only gotten people to where they have enough food for the village, but the villages now have stocks of food to share. They lobby to get people's land back for them. They lobby for all of the injustices. They do this for approximately 360,000 people spread over, I think it was 2,500 communities, or roughly. They do that with a paid staff of 70 people. 70 people paid. As an organization, we have approximately 180,000 members across Canada. I don't know the number, maybe Chris could fill me in, but I think we have more than 70 paid staff. And they probably operate on a budget which is less than what we spent on this convention. So it really blew me away. It's grassroots stuff, it's back to the basics, and I think we have a lot to learn from these people when it comes to organizing, when it comes to what we do as a union. It's not just about workers' rights, it's about the community's rights. It's about non-working. It's one of the reasons that these kids came down to the school, or from the school to see the doctors by themselves, is because their parents are out working in the fields. They started at 5 o'clock in the morning. We saw people standing on the side of the road. Elders that they were probably 50, 60 years old. They looked like they were 160. Bent over, carrying what I would estimate is a cord of wood on their backs, and slugging them up and down hills and into places, and it was just unbelievable. So I think one of the lessons that I really bring back is that as an organization, we have a lot to learn. We do need to get back to our grassroots. We do need to bring forward the injustices, but it's not just about us, it's about everybody. So, thanks.